gets enough for the first down.
First down, Winston. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape. And he's dominated here early on.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Panthers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Mayfield now. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are back within a score. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Washington now brings this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Winston now from the 50. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll throw again. Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end. He's got a man complete, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
He's going to keep this again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Baker Mayfield. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here now Roberts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now McCaffrey off right tackle. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Landry. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Calling a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Winston now to throw on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. This is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. Catch here, left side, Thomas.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore from 19 yards away.
And the Panthers use the short field to get in for 6.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to air one out for Anderson. They've got his man complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
It completes it once more to Anderson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On second and inches, Mayfield. Open man is Robbie Anderson. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing, Mayfield. Finds Roberts left side. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the Saints 4-yard line.
McCaffrey going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas from a yard out.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Coming left is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Winston to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll pound it up the the middle with Kamara.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.